Transition into raw proposition of my being may be flawed once in all, never to recollect all that I seen or the in-betweens and what that means for the picture. Taking time to feed my soul like we cooking dinner. Gonna mirror all your truths impacted like a deep root. Gonna act aligned with words as proof back in what I do. Took time, mastery ends never if you're the one and not the two. Won't get tied up in the outer you unless the love is true. Taking flight if I intervene. Your thighs blend with bliss when jazzy in between. Not really on the scene, don't crave for all to know what I mean. But I'm in way deeper than it seems. Take a ride to the stars, got there to see I'm going far. Unfolding more and not to be what you saw. I believe in Allah, took a journey worth the risk. Selling only love and not no tit. Anointed in my blood, flexing self-love and real hugs. I don't care about what it was. What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Fake Big Dick Energy. I hope all is well. I feel like life is so transformative. It teaches me so much, and I'm redeveloping what well even means. Just to get straight to the point, I amaze myself when I push myself. I amaze myself with the capacity and the elastic in regards to like flexibility in my precision of life, but also in the flexibility of like stability in life and what I want to create and how I want that to look. I be feeling a lot of different ways, boy. Like, ain't it a feeling when you feel you know something, but then it's like, there's that element of you knowing something, but then there's also the element of the world and that delusion in itself. I feel like my biggest development that I'm growing is just taking advantage of the time. Taking advantage of all the things that's going to be given to me in that particular time, in that particular moment. Shout out to the big dick, man. Honestly, I mean, this is, for one, this is an out of order dick. This is like a legendary dick for me, I feel, because it was my first strap. So shout out to that. And it's so funny because I like fake big dick energy because a lot of people don't like dildos. And I feel like dildos are essential. Like, I feel like it allowed me to tap more into myself in so many ways because I mean, it's beautiful when you can connect with a male and things of sort, but it's just a lot more healthier to do it this way. And I feel like even outside of any relationship, any partnership, it's important to develop your sexuality and developing that sense of myself really made me myself, because when I think about myself before I tapped into sexuality, I feel like I was just a reflection of everybody else. I'm still that. I'm still a mirror, like y'all heard, but I feel like my sexuality is my defiance in regards to like what makes me definedly different in the world and how I express that. So, like I said, this was my first fake big dick. It's out of order, so I don't be using it. Like, y'all want to know the tea? Like, this shit, you know what I'm saying? This shit got used in its own way. So gotta give a little honor to that, but. Man, that's not what my podcast was really about. My podcast was really a space for me to explain some of these topics, because I know when I think of things, I wish that I was able to talk to people about it or hear what other people think about it. And I know in time, once I build a form of consistency and community, I will be able to hold conversations where I can gain from the subject matters that I bring up, because I know they're significant in regard to just growth and development and in all of humanity. Like, it's good to talk about sexuality. It's good to talk about yourself now. It's good to talk about what makes you different. It's good to talk about taboo, to be frank with you. Like, people are into those different things and all the low vibrational aspects. But I think in time, taboo will be held in a higher light in regards to you can gain from it in a ways where you can capitalize, not feel like it's just gossip or anything like that. But before I even brought up the dildo, I just wanted to bring it up because I realized I didn't see it. I just wanted to mention like how I developed myself as a being, but also in the world. Like when you're dealing with things that you thought you knew that it wasn't like that, or things that you do know and it's still not like that yet, and it has to develop and things of sort. I just feel like one of the biggest things that I've learned is to be grateful, because as I look at myself and how I've transitioned in the process, it's so interesting. Like people be like, "Oh wow, I see your growth and stuff," and it's like, but I was been this. I just never took the time to formulate maybe my words, but I been was talking like this. And when I say formulate, like in regards to a subject matter, like I think that even that is very free based, and I want to make sure that I can flow, but I always connected to what I'm dealing with in a weekly energy and keeping up with that. I feel that as long as I'm taking steps more in the direction of what I want to manifest, that's going to work. If I want to be a lover, for example, like I've been saying I was a lover, boy, I almost gave up on being a lover this year, because it's like it's hard to love some people. It's hard to love is not always pretty, so it's hard to redefine what that love can be between you and another person, or just you and yourself. So I've acknowledged the fact that sometimes I'm not willing to put in that effort with anybody, not even like my immediate partners or immediate family, like, and I've learned that I need to just put that within myself. So how that looks now is the podcast. It looks like me writing. Like this is something that is captivated within my whole week. It looks like me trying to make it make sense even when it don't. Being confident in that it's being created into something, because like I was mentioning earlier, when I reflect on how all these things added up until the now, like I don't like to talk to people like that, but I love to talk to a camera. Like some people don't like to talk to a camera, and I'm like, I mean, I could look at myself, but like this is my first time really looking at myself altogether, so it's not about that. Obviously, I feel like my words have a value, but I don't do it for the views, so it's not about that. Because I barely, like, I be trying to get my stuff out there, but it's like, I know that it all will align, and even this particular video will hold some relevance, and I hope a form of significance of growth in a positive way. Like, you just never know. I've been reflecting on just a lot of people that take the lane that I think my life is prescribed to be in, which is like more, I could say low key out of all of them, but still on a form of celebrity in regards to wanting to share my life and share my experiences and connect to people on social media. So that means like it could be anybody, like literally anybody. I don't have the option of saying y'all all in this room, and I think that's power when you can control the people in the room or in the environment, and you see that. So I think that I'm a low-key version of it, because I don't necessarily do it for people to see, but I appreciate when people can come and find this. So I don't know when you watching this, but thank you for watching this. What I want you to gain is to know that I genuinely love you, for one, and that's the reason why you connected to this. What it means for me to love you is to have the patience to be consistent, have the patience to love myself and to show myself and to like be myself. So for you to see, for whatever reason, maybe it's just to be nosy, maybe it's to use as reference, maybe it's to analyze. I analyze people. I wish there was more celebrities making videos like this, talking about just how they feel and certain particular things and how to overcome it. Like this one, it would talk about just the consistency aspect and why would I do that? Why do I feel like it's beneficial to build my own lane for myself indirectly, like in how I want to be shown into this world? It's mostly important, I could say, for my internal, but the reason why I choose to show other people is because I want people to never question exactly how I feel about something. You may not understand it, but I'm definitely giving you the answers in regards to so many things. So, time is a constraint for me. Emotions is constraint for me. Even my goals is constrained, but that is the patience and the consistency and the sacrifice that is taken when I'm building and developing myself. So I feel like everyone that's already on the same vibration, being intuitive, being aligned, and actually seeing your energy, and you tapped into this video now because you still watching it now. You're not lost in the sauce. You just waiting for the reminder of what you already know. But all I can say is that sometimes it feels wrong. Sometimes it don't feel as exciting. Sometimes it could feel confusing. But if you feeling it, just trust how you feeling. If that means you wanting to develop into something, trust that it can be exactly what you feel, even if it don't start that way or don't look like that when it's finished and completed. Like I bought the Alchemist novel, and I'm gonna finish with this. I bought the Alchemist novel for my lover, and she didn't realize it was based on a story. And this story is obviously, if you read it, then it's not the traditional lifestyle. I could even say it's more on a time period that's not even relevant to now. But for me to find myself in that Alchemist story was only because I was so adamant on getting to the end and understanding why everybody else highly favored it. It was never like, I can reflect on it now that it's completed, but I can very much see like people looking at that novel all from the jump in the beginning, like, I don't know if I want to continue reading this book. I call myself the Alchemist, and it's so funny that like that manifested in that physical way for me to see those signatures like that, because it's like that's me. Like when people look at me, they're like, I don't know if I could really connect to what she's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does her life have to do with what I got going on, or what is the rambling into a certain vibration but not a clear distinguish? What does that prove to me? And over time we would see that it's not to be proven, but it's just to be remembered, and referenced. So with love, like, if y'all haven't read The Alchemist, read it, because that's the energy that we're going into. And I feel like a lot of people are definitely developing that. Please develop that just to know. Like, why wouldn't you rather know, if you could, your potential? Imagine what that looked like when you actually believe in it and trust it. But for real, y'all, I gotta go, y'all. So I'm happy I built up the energy to have this, because sometimes it's like I don't know when to make time for it, but I love this, and I love y'all for sticking with me. So I'll see y'all next week. Peace. Love yourself. However that look, I ain't judging. Shit. Me, I ain't mad at you. I'm not gonna judge you. But just know you living life what it should be. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week.